Hello to the YouTube community, at least the English community. This is my second video in English. Hopefully you will have some patience with me. If you want to know a lot of more about me, you can just go to the video before in the playlist, LLX in English, and there I tell my story a bit to the deepest, more deep, sorry. Sorry about my English, that's my English. So I'll do a bit of an introduction. I'm a nomad. My name is Hillel. I'm a nomad. I go from place to place in nature, 4 to 5 days in the same spot. I go hike a bit, enjoy the nature, and I'm going to the next place. This is what wasn't really a decision of mine. It's just a necessity of reality. I think I talk about it much more in the first video. Sorry for my that's English is not my mother tongue. But I was a prisoner for a lot of years. I was in prison for armed robberies, kidnapping, and all sorts of not good stuff. I actually kidnapped 2 police officers. It's a well-known story in Israel. And after a long prison time, I tried to change my life. And I understood you can actually live in a house and enjoy it if you don't have if you don't make a lot of money at work. And as an ex-prisoner, I can make a lot of money. Anyhow, I tried and I tried and I tried. And then I went to travel. I took like a vacation and I did something, it's called Israeli Trail. It's about 1,100 kilometers. That's about, I think, 800 miles. And I do it, and you do it by foot if you want to. And I did every millimeter in it. And I never walked in nature. I never did that. I'll come to my point why I'm 40. I have no wife, I have no kids. I will come to my point. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. By the way, I'm now in my 15th day of water fasting. And I'll talk about it even more in the last minutes in the video, if you are interested. I do videos in Hebrew. Maybe someday I will put translation, like a good one, not the YouTube one. But we'll see. Each day is on his own. So I tried, and then I went to be a nomad for like actually hiking. And then I did a bit nomading, a bit that. I worked at agriculture by picking low-end jobs. And then I went into alcohol. I was an alcoholic. And I got in trouble, of course. I got sober, and then I got again. And I thought like, okay, I can drink a bit. And I went to prison again. And then I was released. And I said I can't do it anymore. I can't go through this all kind of crazy life. And I don't enjoy this because I had a taste of it when I did the Israeli Trail. And I did a bit of nomading. But I said to myself, I don't want to like go to work, to go back in a house, 4 hours, sleeping, 6 hours, and then go back to work. This is not, this is like even worse prison. Because violence I enjoy. I can enjoy violence. You get bored, and these crazy women are around me. I'll touch that. And I decided after I went out of prison, because I have no contact with no contact with my family, by choice anyhow. Some choice. So I decided I will go be like, I call it, it's really irritating people in Israel, and maybe you, I call it homeless boutique. In Israel, everything they want to do like better, like they get in a hotel, they call it hotel boutique, like it's a better hotel than the one it is. It's just a hotel. Anyhow, so I call myself homeless boutique because I don't go on the street. I don't lay on the streets in Tel Aviv or something like or somewhere like that. I just go and I travel. Every 4 or 5 days, I change place. Except this now, because this time because of the fasting, I want to be in the same place to not even make myself a hard life anyhow. So this is what I did. Meanwhile, I started to understand. At first, it was very hard. Very, very hard. I was smoking cigarettes, weed, had a lot of bad habits, alcohol. Thank God, it's way, way past me. It's a really, that's the most insane drug you can use, except food. But food is comfort, at least. The second thing is women. Sorry to say it. Of course, I don't want to offend any woman. Of course I don't. I really don't. Not that the men are really, how you say in Hebrew, ay, ay, ay. But I'm talking about women because I like women. And I understood I need to control my passion for women. Because it makes my life complicated and it doesn't worth it. It actually doesn't worth it. I'm 40 years. I got married. I have no kids. I am not in contact in any of my family. And I said to myself, I need to control my passion. Also, in the Jewish religion, I am not a religious guy. I'm a strong believer in God. He is the Almighty. There is nothing beside Him. He never left me. In all my life, I always say thank you to God. That's what will save my life every time. But I'm not a religious guy. Anyhow, this is for another video probably. I talk about this stuff in my Hebrew video. And in the Jewish religion, it's something it's called Lishmor Brit. Brit is like sorry, I'm getting stuck because of the English. Anyhow, I'll jump on. Brit is like you're doing a contract. Lishmor Brit, like you have a contract with God, not to spill your semen in vain. And I know semen retention, that's how you call it in English. I know it from a young age that it's the best thing that a man can do. So I said, I also try to do this all my life, semen retention. I do it. I tried, I failed, I didn't always succeed, of course, like every man. But women, I didn't stop. I know it's confusing, but you understand what I'm talking about. I don't have to be like too graphic, like you say. So I decided I'll try to cut off women with my life. Of course, make sure my energy, my man's energy stays with me. And I went ahead. I never think I would be like so happy in this life. And this is the point of the video. That the things that we are not sure that will make us happy, like when I was starting the nomading, it was really hard. Go from place to place. You can see now it's winter in Israel. So now it's the sun is up, so I'm not cold. But it's very cold. In nights it's very cold. You got rains. I'm now in the mountains around Jerusalem. I can see like insane views. I'll show you maybe a bit like in the end. I got 360, but I don't want to edit the video, so maybe I'll show you the whole 360. But you have to be patient with me because I don't edit my videos. That's on you. I'll do it in the last minutes of the video. So I cut off women, and it's such a relieving thing because women are almost cursed. I'm sorry, this day and age, I'm pretty sure everywhere in the world, but in Israel they are insane. Everyone is going with everyone. No, there is no, women don't keep, no, also men, I have to say, men are like little boys. Like if I compliment them, they are little boys. But women, they go, you say it in English, hook up, go with many guys, no honor. You don't feel that they like respect. And men, I don't know if any woman watches this, the only thing you can win a man is by respecting him. Men, cares more about respect than sex. Believe it or not. Real men, of course. Real men I'm talking about. Not a lot of them in this reality. And then came Yom Kippur. That's the most holy day in the Jewish religion. And you have to fast. No water, no food. Of course, no cigarettes, no weed. I used to smoke weed since I was 13 years. Bang hits. I am out of breath. I was out of breath. COPD, if you know this disease, started. Like lung. Crazy. And the day after Yom Kippur, the 3rd of October, October 3rd, that's my birthday, 40th birthday. And I said, I just want to drop everything. Because I don't smoke in Yom Kippur. I just skip it. And finally, maybe I'll celebrate one birthday on my 41st. Because I don't celebrate birthdays. I don't believe we need to celebrate birthdays. I have nothing to celebrate. I didn't accomplish anything except living. And that's a big accomplishment, you understand, in the way I lived. Sorry for my English. Also the fasting, my mouth is really dry. When you go after 12, 13 days of fasting, water fasting, your saliva is disappearing because the saliva got enzymes that make sure the food will break. And the body and the mind understand, no food, we don't need saliva, so my mouth is getting dry. Sorry, I lost my track of point. So, I went to set, this is my birthday gift to me, to myself. So this is what I did. And I'm not smoking since then. Nothing. I don't say I quit smoking, I quitted smoking. I say I'm not smoking anymore. Or I don't smoke. You need to say to wire your head. Words are the best wiring for ourselves. We need to watch really strongly about our language. Our language is the wiring of my mind. This is how I am not a criminal anymore. This is how I started my own journey to get out of crime. By rewiring my mind with words. Watch reality. Not what people talk, what people do. Sorry, I go from this to this. This is what I do in all my videos. I'm sorry, this is me. I do it freestyle. No script. And no editing. So, I overcame lust. That's the final boss of every man. Final boss, really. I overcame addictions by the power of God, not my power. The power of God and the power of God's creation, the nature. Nature. This is what helped me do this. And I enjoy my way of living. It's very difficult. I don't say it's not difficult. In Hebrew, I say every way, men are supposed to suffer. Otherwise, they are not men. And I don't suffer. I go through hardships, but really great hardships. We had like a storm. I'm sure like places otherwise, they're really storms. But I was a bit worried about my tent, if it will pull through. Like it was 80 kilometers of winds. That's what they said. I don't think it became there. I think it's like 60 miles of winds. And I don't have the best equipment. I have really good equipment. People are in YouTube. I got a PayPal, by the way. Maybe in the description I'll put it too. Also in my profile, and I got mail and everything. You want to see me? Like I got many social networks there, TikTok, Instagram. But if you want to help out, you can use my link to PayPal and just PayPal me. If you want, of course, if you can afford it. My content is free. It's free, and I try to give my heart for free, and I think God is always taking care of me because of this. And I'm really happy. I'm happy about not my decisions, because my decisions is always, it was only to take responsibility on my life, not to become on welfare, not to become like a homeless guy in Tel Aviv, like just to enjoy life. And it works. So my video is actually going to maybe people in their 30s, in their 40s, that had enough. They had enough. And I just want to say to you, everything is a lie. They lie to us. You don't need a woman. You don't need anything. Maybe if you have kids and you enjoy them, of course, I'm not against. But in this day and age, you have to find someone that is willing to be a mom first. A mom first. A wife first. Sorry, a wife first, then a mom. Because a good wife will be a great mom. But a great mom will not be a good wife. You have to make sure this is two different things. I met great moms. They are not really bad wives. First of all, you have to have a great wife. A great wife will be a great mom. And this day and age, this is more likely I'll find 2 pounds or kilo of gold here, or oil here. In this day and age, in this culture, what they do to men and women, they are glued to the TV. They don't care about what anything happens. So I'll finish in that. So this is my video. Just want to say to anyone, maybe will come through to this long video in English. I do it in Israel, a really small country. Everywhere, there are enemies. Everywhere. I go with comfort. I can't even put a knife in my pocket because of my big rap sheet, my criminal charges. I can't even go with a knife. And everything is okay. I put my trust in God. So I'll finish with my water fasting. I love to do crazy stuff. I did once 31 days of water fasting to make sure I had really bad issues with my stomach because of prison. Gastro, it's called in Hebrew, gastro probably in English. And I fixed it. Also, lots of other stuff, like stuff in my shoulders, infections, like inner infections, and stuff probably that I didn't know. And I really enjoy it. I am on my 15th day. Hopefully I will break my record. I do it in nature. I do drink mineral water, so for magnesium and stuff like that, and I take salt for the last 3 days. And I invite you to reply to my video if you came until here, to drop a subscribe. I will really appreciate it. And if I'll see a lot of comments, I'll make sure I'll upload one video at least a week. I make sure one video at least. But I'll make sure I do another video about my water fasting in English, because I know there is a big audience that really want to know about water fasting. I also put myself on scan in the first day. I put the date, everything, and I'll do everything in the end, on the start, in the end and the start. So this you can look forward, even if this content wouldn't pull through, like you say. And now I'll show you a bit of the views. This is the view. This is an Israeli city. Some of them is not Israeli. And now I'll show you a lot of you. Be patient, you're gonna be blown. This is like a 360 of Israel in this place. This is why I choose this place to fast. Make sure I don't. I'll show you Tel Aviv. It's insane, you can see Tel Aviv from here.
It's a bit the bushes. Yes, you will see Tel Aviv. You see, this is Tel Aviv. On the naked eye, of course, you can see much better. So that you see it like this. We didn't finish. Thank God for our bodies. Thank God for our bodies. Now I think you're gonna drop a subscribe after you're gonna check this view. This is amazing. You got the most amazing sunsets here. Like insane sunsets. By the way, I have no car. I try to do a lot by foot. Sometimes public transit, but I did all of the Israeli trail. All of the Israeli trail. By foot. No transit, no nothing. And now you can see like most of Israel. There is Ashkelon. You can't see much because of the weather. Drop a subscribe, and if you want to contribute, you can use my PayPal on the description of the video. Thank you.